Thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship for this tarot message for the month of November 2024. This month feels a little bit special because I'm using a couple different decks from a couple of beautiful artists who are in my reality, and then two decks that I just simply adore as well. So I'm going to pull a couple cards out of each deck and we'll just see what the messages are that come through and then kind of put them all together. So this deck right here is the Light Seer Tarot deck. If you watch our monthly videos, you've probably seen these cards. Whoop. I will say that just as I'm sitting here, sinking into this space with you all, a couple things are coming up. One, I'm so grateful that you're here. I am getting to live my dream life, and having people here supporting that is something that I just feel so much gratitude for. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing the videos if they resonate deeply with you. I really appreciate you being part of my journey. And the other piece that's really kind of coming up right now as I'm sitting here is really a message around letting go. We see this in the fall. I'm in New England, I'm in New Hampshire, and so Mother Nature really shows us how beautiful it is to let go. And it can be a really stunning process if we let it be beautiful. And I'm a huge believer that in order for us to step into something new, we have to let go of that which we have known. And so one of the things that I think is so important about gracefully letting go is that it is an important part of the process for stepping into something new, right? We call that the death and rebirth process for a reason. And so I just want to say that if you're struggling with letting go in any capacity, recognize that it's an important part of the journey for stepping into what is for you. So when we let go of things that are no longer aligned, it creates the space for us to be with the people, the experiences, the blessings that are at the frequency of where we're going. And so that graceful act of letting go is also a graceful act of receiving. And we cannot hold everything. It's okay to let go. So that deck that I was just pulling out of right there is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Love, love, love the messages in that deck. This deck right here is from a girlfriend of mine named Sheena. She's an artist. She is a somatic practitioner, and she is just a really stunning human. And these cards are new to me. I am loving them. Got them recently and have had them on my altar and have been working with them a little bit. So we're just going to see if a couple messages want to come out here to be shared. And then this deck right here is from Kate LeMay. She is another girlfriend of mine. I'm so blessed to have multiple really, really impressive artists in my reality. And I get to work with their intuitive, artistic creation. This deck, I will say both of these decks, they have a different shape and feel to them. And I like that. I like both of these decks and the way that they feel. So I have to tell you guys, you can't see this, but where I'm sitting is at my table. And behind the cameras is one of our cats who has climbed from this open area that we have above our kitchen where Kevin's office is. For those of you who don't know who Kevin is, he is my husband, and he's the one who does all of the videography, and he is the one who does our meditations and records the videos. He's an integral part of this business, and his office where he works is up above the kitchen. He has this really gorgeous spot with a whole bunch of plants and light and deliciousness. And one of my cats just climbed from his office area, because we kind of try and keep them out of the space when we're recording videos, climbed along this little area, a ledge, so to speak. And that's really kind of bringing up a message for me. Sometimes when we put ourselves out there, and this goes along with the letting go and receiving, when we put ourselves out there, sometimes it feels like we are walking a tightrope or we're walking along a ledge. And I just want you to know that regardless of the small space that you might feel like you're putting yourself in and putting yourself out there, there's so much balance that happens there. And it can feel like you're walking on a tightrope or you're out on a ledge, and it can feel so scary to be in those spaces. But I just want you to notice that you've got this. You are balanced, and you can walk that tightrope. You can be on the ledge and be completely safe. And so just wanted to bring that message in here. All right, let's see the deliciousness that we have coming in the month of November 2024. And typically I will start with the cards that I pulled first, but I'm actually kind of feeling like we should go in reverse. So that's what we're going to do. This is the tribe that we got here from Kate LeMay's deck. So she is the artist of conscious evolution. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my cat jumped from the ledge down here, so she may make her debut into this video. And I think that that's fun too, right? Sometimes we balance and sometimes we walk on the ledge until we recognize that we are safe and we're ready to make that big jump. So we got the card Tribe. I attract and expand with my tribe. And this, I'm going to read her full message. There's a couple decks that I always read out of rather than, what's intuitively coming through me. In all fairness, I'm just going to keep telling what's intuitively coming through me as well. If you know me, that is kind of what happens. So I think that community and belonging is really, really important. And this message about tribe, I think, is a really gorgeous message. We do expand when we are in community, when we have a sense of belonging, when we feel safe. All right, so here is the card, and I'm going to read it to you. Tribe. This image is a nod to ancient Aboriginal art with the small dots. The larger circles reflect the process of mitosis, the natural reproduction of cells. In the beginning, we are born into a tribe by nature. We are acclimated to our surroundings. It is possible to choose a tribe. Trust you know your tribe. Your tribe is safe, creatively expansive, and deeply connected. The mantra that goes with this card is I attract and expand with my tribe. Such a beautiful card, such a beautiful message. And then we've got two out of Sheena's deck, and I will link both the artists in this video, and by I mean Kevin will link both of these artists in this video. So the first one that we got is Flourish. Energy flows where attention goes. Attention and intention reap what you sow. I think that that's a really beautiful message. I think so frequently We are non-purposeful with our energy. We will be kind of in between spaces. When we are really intentional with our energy, who's getting our energy, where we're putting our energy, when we are intentional, energy flows there. And so this is such a beautiful reminder to be intentional with who gets your time, what gets your time. Do you want social media to be getting your time? Do you want processed food to be getting your time? Do you want people who you do not have a reciprocal relationship with to be getting your time? Be intentional. And then the second message is polarity. This and that, up and down, left and right, it relies on out. Realize it on out. Flip it. Yeah. Such a fun message here. So polarity is something that I think is really important. It creates a lot of balance in our life, right? If we only knew happy, we wouldn't know happy because we hadn't experienced sad. And so there's so much beauty in being able to experience both sides of an emotional scale, both kinds of experiences in life, and being able to hold both extremes, I think is just such a beautiful, beautiful gift that we give to ourselves. I'm going to read this deck as well. So this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. 2 cards fell out, and you know that I'm a believer in letting whatever cards want to come. And the first card that we got is the Jaguar. I'm going to read this to you. The Jaguar is the protector of life in the Amazon. And in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing in the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. The invitation. Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you and go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to invest in the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instincts will serve you well. The medicine. What in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around with you for far too long, which is ready to be let go of once and for all? Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow game that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar to unfether you from toxic relationships. Recover your natural instincts for the right people and situations. I just have to say, I love how energy works and flows, right? There's so much congruency there between the message of the Jaguar and the message of the cat, one of our cats who was on the edge, right? And everything that I was saying about that. And this is one of the things that I love the most about energy, is that the universe or God or angels or the divine, however it is that you say that, for me, they're the same thing. We get these messages on repeat, right? So we got the message as I was shuffling and as my cat was playing about releasing and letting go, and about how you have to be willing to walk along a tightrope and a ledge, and that you're safe and that you're protected and that you're balanced and that you've got this. You've got this life. And then that is the same message from the Jaguar. So I really love how energy works and how sometimes the universe was like, did you want me to say it again? Do you need me to repeat it? And apparently we do. So loving that. All right. The second card that we got from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck is the Beloved. And this is just such a beautiful card. All of the cards in this deck are really visually stunning, in my opinion. So the essence of this card, the Beloved, is the recognition of spirit in another and moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us in the form of our child, our partner, our friend, and we experience being in love. As we grow, we start to recognize the beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with the divine nature. The invitation. Accept the invitation to learn through the path of love. Expand your being through union with another. When you recognize the beloved in another, you call forth their highest and purest nature. Follow the path of love. The medicine. Be careful with romantic love, the kind of love you fall in and out of. Own all of the projections you have placed upon the person you are dreaming of. Remember that they are only mirroring back your own deep longings rather than revealing their true selves. If you fail to notice this, be prepared to walk through the fire of strong emotions once again. Such deliciousness there. And then a couple messages here out of the Light Seer Tarot deck that I adore. And for me, just really recognizing that bringing childlike play into your reality. Allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to bring innocence. Allow yourself to bring the frequency of play into your reality, because when you do that, really, I want you to just pause for a moment and feel the frequency of play. Play is delicious, okay? I just love, love, love the frequency of play. And for me, when I'm in the frequency of play, I know that through law of attraction, I am attracting things at a similar frequency. And so as many times a day as possible, authentically, I get into the frequency of play because I love it. And I love when the universe mirrors back play for me, because that is a frequency that resonates really deeply. And so just this message of ensuring that you bring play into your reality. Interesting, we might actually feel like we're a little out of balance. This is kind of similar to the message that was coming through around the cat on the edge of the ledge, walking that tightrope. So you might feel like you're out of balance, but I just want you to know that you are actually, in fact, in balance. Sometimes when we feel out of balance, our awareness is actually coming deeply into balance. And it's an opportunity for us to really get recentered and rebalanced and grounded and congruent with ourselves. It does feel like here in the month of November, we are going to have some good fortune. So things are going to go our way here in the month of November. You may, and what I'm actually really feeling with this card right now is that there may be something big that you've been working on or working towards. And I feel this opening, like the energy has been there, the frequency has been there, and now we might actually start to see some of that in our 3D world, in our reality around us. And then this for me is really a message around the exact same thing that we started with. We might be feeling a little bit depressed. We might be feeling sad. We might be feeling hopeless. And when we get into that place, and when we authentically and really gracefully let go and walk away from things that are no longer aligned for us, it brings a new level of self-love. It brings this new beginning into our reality. And I very much feel this heart-centered, very deep into the core of my heart this message of gracefully letting go of things that are no longer aligned. Sometimes we will find ourselves stuck in a frequency or in an environment or in an energy that is not for us. It is not for us. And when we are brave enough to let it go, that is when the suffering stops. And that space in between letting something go and having something new come into our reality, that space can feel scary for so many of us during this human experience. But that is where the magic is. It is in the trust and the surrender of letting go of something that is not for us, knowing that it is creating the space for what is more aligned, for what is more authentic to come into our reality. And that is magic. I really appreciate you being here with us at Rose Quartz Mediumship. And if this message resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with someone else in your reality and see if it resonates for them. I hope that you have a beautiful month of November.